Wow. I mean, wow. Like I knew we were good. I knew we were really good. I don't know about you. I wasn't expecting to be in the SEC by 29 in Auburn.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of It's Always Sunny in South Philadelphia. I'm your host, Riley Rich. Let's go! Shut it down. You win. 1-0, that's another fly ball to center field. Garcia going back to the track, leaping and gone! That one has enough distance to get out. We got You are listening to the It's Always Sunny in South Philadelphia podcast, covering the Philadelphia Phillies, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Penn State Nittany Lions football team. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the host of IASSP, Riley Rich.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of It's Always Sunny in South Philadelphia yet again. I feel like I just did this. Not this past episode, but like the episode before, like episode 23, where I had to like be in a hush tone. Well, gotta say, another late night recorded. So, yeah, the hush tone is back. But welcome back. Episode number 25 of season number 2. We are absolutely crushing it this year. And the crazy thing is we're only getting started, which is crazy. We still have so many episodes to go. We might even double this by the end of the football year. But welcome back to It's Always Sunny in South Philadelphia. I'm your host, Riley Rich. Today is a Penn State episode. You guys know that. Penn State today. It's going to be very late, so the 21st is what I'm considering today, and which is what will be released, probably like 10 o'clock on the 21st, but still 21st, and then tomorrow, 22nd, is an Eagles episode about the Monday night win over the Vikings, and then Friday, the 23rd, very, very, very late episode about the Phillies. That's where I'll leave it. I'm so sorry that I know I told people on stream that I'd be making this on Sunday, and then now I'm waiting until Wednesday to make this episode. I wanted to clear it up that I'll talk about this more in like a few months when we do the season 2 finale, but I honestly thought I had a sponsorship opportunity, and I wanted to wait until Monday. That didn't really work out. Something wrong with the software. I submitted my proposal, record my proposal and everything, and it just didn't work out. According to the software, it was literally an extra day, and it said I had 0 slots available, even though I don't have any sponsors right now, which is kind of silly. But who knows? Maybe I'll be in contact with the company soon. Maybe I'll actually genuinely reach out to them directly so that we can set it up. But either way, even if not, I'm hoping they come back for season 3, which is where we're going to start sponsorships, which I already ruined the finale. Great. But again, before we get started, make sure to follow and subscribe wherever you listen, whether that be YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. You guys know the rest, wherever you get your podcasts. I know I shouted out the YouTube people in a recent episode. I now want to give the love to people who listen to the actual podcast itself. As I'm recording this, the day of, I realized that we hit 800 total plays on this podcast, which is amazing, which means we're growing. 100 plays from the past 2 weeks alone. So we got 52. These also, keep in mind, are also just starts. So most of the numbers I'm referencing are probably people who aren't even listening to me speak right now, because we're already 4 minutes in. But the people who actually retain and actually watch these episodes, you guys got me to 800. I'm gonna set a goal right now. I want to see 1,000 plays by Thanksgiving. I'm gonna set it off really easy because you guys got 100 the past 2 weeks. If we just keep doing that, then we'll have one by this time in October. But I'll give you guys an extra month. I'll go to, again, November 24th on Thanksgiving. I want 1,000 plays. That is your goal, podcast people, and I can track literally everywhere. So if you are like not on YouTube, you're fine. You're being accounted for. So thank you for pitching in. I feel like it's just like 3 or 4 people just watch every episode, but even then, that would be awesome if we could hit that goal. Number 1. Number 2, if you want merch like this, you guys know where to get it. bonfire.com/store/ISSP-merch. Also today, I released new merch today. So I'll post to Instagram after I do like the upload day story. But I have new merch and I'm gonna show it below right now. It's more for baseball people. So if you're not a baseball person, hang tight. I'm doing another batch that's gonna be for everyone. But it's just like our Fugaz 1 font that we've been using for our logo and everything. Hitting is a science, pitching is an art. Love that. Again, references a book. Gives you my thoughts about pitching. So I think it's really cool, obviously, because I designed it. So that's up right now. But again, bonfire.com/store/ISSP-merch for this, and I'll make another batch soon, or another design soon, so that everyone can enjoy it, not just baseball people. So with all of this being said, we're already like 6 minutes in, because like taking account to the intro and stuff. With all this being said, let's begin. Starting with the outcome of the game, the final score, number 22 ranked Penn State Nittany Lions 41 to Auburn's 12. I mean, I don't even like need to like read off stats and do game film, which I'm going to anyway. But this game was just so sad. Like I don't really get into stats for their team, but like TJ Finley has been quite terrible, or was quite terrible last week, and I think his first name's Robby Ashford, I think is his name. Scrambling type QBs, I like those more. I know they're not sustainable, but I really like those QBs in college. Again, Oregon transfer, played baseball as well. He's got speed for days, and he accounted for the only touchdown. Please start that kid. If you start Ashford, you might actually have success and win a few games. Just my humble opinion, but I don't know. Let's get into some Penn State stats. Starting, of course, with the quarterbacks, like we always do. Sean Clifford went 14 for 19, 178 yards. Not the craziest game through the year. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Going back even on the ground, 6 carries, 15 yards. He got a touchdown. We'll go over that later. He got the first one on the board and gave us our first lead. And he also technically caught a 25-yard pass. It was like a double pass. I don't think I'm gonna show it, but it's like a double pass. Like he took the snap, looked out right for the screen. It was Keandre Lambert-Smith who threw the pass back to the left side. Clifford had a ton of blockers. It actually really worked out really well. So props to Mike Yurchik for that play call. But Clifford had a very solid game. Not good, not bad. Again, like not Heisman worthy, but college football contended. Basically, the microcosm of Sean Clifford. Drew Aller actually was able to get in the game, which is amazing because we played an SEC school. I find that hilarious. Aller went 2 for 2 with 29 yards. Again, not really a ton of playing time. He's making his reps work. Again, we were carrying this game. Like Big Ten Rookie of the Week, yet again. True freshman, Nick Singleton. 10 carries, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns. I said this on stream. I'm so excited for this kid to be in the backfield. Like, the way he just explodes. Like, I'll show you on the touchdown run, too. It wasn't even, like, that he, like, found a hole and just, like, kept going, which he did. But there was a defender, like, right near him, and he had, like, the the end like sprint speed to just cut around him and like make his own separation, which is truly game changing. Which is why Singleton's gonna be a special kid. We're talking Barkley level here. I don't know if I, uh, sorry, set the precedent too high, but I love Nick Singleton. That's the takeaway there. Katron Allen had a very solid game as well. He had 9 carries, 52 yards, 2 touchdowns. Devin Ford actually had 7 carries in this game. Very weird, but he had 37 yards. Kevon Lee got 4 carries, 18. Out of that, very solid. Brent Strange led the way offensively. Again, tight end option. Very solid. She has the lead offensively. He had 6 catches for 80 yards. Parker Washington, the slot man, 4 receptions for 58. Mitchell Tinsley, 3 for 47. That's Sean Clifford. I wrote down as Clifford. I instantly thought receivers in Liam, but 1 catch for 25. Kale S with 2 catches for 60 yards. And Devin Ford had a 6-yard catch as well. And then we get into the defense. I'm so sorry. The offense was functioning so well. But I gotta give credit to former Miami head coach Manny Diaz and his defense over the last 3 weeks, especially this past week. Abdul Carter with a monster games, rushing off the edge. Jair Brown, I think, got Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week, and I think he also got the Bud Derrick Award for National Defensive Player of the Week. He was awesome. Loved him. Adisa Isaac was getting there for tackle with 3 TFLs and a sack. Adisa Isaac with a huge breakout game. Curtis Jacobs, Dave Mayune Robinson, Denise Dennis Sutton, they all had sacks in this game. Yeah, like you said, Isaac with 3 TFLs. Carter, Brown, Tyler Elsdon, Jacobs, Robinson, Denise Sutton, Vandenberg. I mean, most of them came from sacks, but they all have a tackle for loss. It's an amazing stat to have. And then Dominic DeLuca and Marquise Wilson with half of a tackle for loss as well. And then, Abdul Carter and Caleb King both deflected passes. Zakee Wheatley and Jair Brown had interceptions. We will definitely be talking about those. And Jonathan Sutherland and Robinson each picked up a fumble. So very solid over there on the defensive side. Solid is very much an understatement. Excellent job by the defense. Jake Pittinger, 2 for 2 on field goals, 5 for 5 extra points. I think he actually, one of those 2 was a 51-yarder. Very solid kick by Pittinger. And then Barty Moore has action in this game. I know it was surprising when I looked back at the box score, but he had 3 punts for 129 yards. Very surprising to me. I didn't think we were going to move up that much because I think, basically, a win is a win in my book. Being a team by 29 is awesome, but we also, everyone above us, Texas rounded UTSA. Ole Miss, I believe, shut out. I forget who they were playing. Maybe not Wake Forest. But Ole Miss, shut out. I think it was Georgia Tech, actually. And they, shut them out. I did not think we were moving up high. We went from 22 to 14. And again, I'm going to say this. Central Michigan is next week. Basically the same level as Ohio. I believe they're both back. Then we start conference play with Northwestern, a bye week, and then number 4, Michigan. Sorry. If we can somehow beat Michigan, work our way up to Ohio State, maybe take a loss against Ohio State. If we beat both of those teams, then we're going to the Big Ten Championship and going for a national title. If we beat Michigan and or Ohio State, I honestly think right now that the college football playoff might be 2 SEC teams and 2 Big Ten teams. Georgia, whoever wins the Big Ten East, and then Alabama, and then whoever comes second. They're not playing the Big Ten Championship, but I believe they're going to still show up. So, and for the sake of time, because we are already 15 minutes into this episode, we're going to cut now to some game film. And we are back now with some game film. I already spent so much time before game film that I'm honestly just going to roll right into it. Second down, 3-0 game, 4.5 minutes on the clock. There's a nice close up of Clifford. Strange is your tight end, blocking formation, 2 receivers at the top, 2 receivers on the bottom, including the running back. I believe that is Ford out there. And Clifford is just going to keep it himself, finds a lane through the middle. You have these 3 guys collapsing, and number 1 just decides to dive at him, completely missed. And that is how Penn State gets on the board. We're going to jump ahead here. This right here, I'm going to play like 2 minutes of uninterrupted like video, because this is all like, this is when Penn State shined. 30 goal, receiver at the top. I should know it's Tinsley. Strange, and again, blocking formation. Parker Washington at the bottom of the screen. Allen in the backfield. Tinsley's going to be in motion here. Goes behind. He's behind. Fakes out the corner. Strange just barely gets over at the last second. You have the C gap right here. No, the B gap, whatever. Right through here. Nice little running lane. Even I can see that. Actually, the whoever's on the left side, this left end here, kind of like beat the lineman to the inside, so Allen just bounces it out wide and finds a rushing lane in. That made it 14-6. Then we get back to Auburn here, who's got like a bit of time. They make a nice play. Oh, I forgot. Wow, I'm actually so sad. Sorry. There's a pass over the middle. It is caught. It is caught. Ball is forced free. Sutherland recovers. Gives Penn State extra possession with a minute left. Now crashing down low. Here's Carter here, who's going to force the ball free. And Sutherland is like the third guy on it. He falls on it. And it is Penn State ball. You then have a really nice run right here. Again, like one receiver at the top, one receiver at the bottom. Tight ends are set up nicely. Nick Singleton, look at the way he just explodes. Well, we'll get to it on his longer touchdown, but he gets his one all the way down to the 4. And then you have another play here on 2nd and goal. You have Ward as the tight end in motion here. 2 tight ends set, both basically in the back. 2nd and goal. Clifford's going to hand it off. Singleton, this corner here, completely misses. Wide open lane. He just has to dive forward. And he's in. Touchdown, Penn State. And then Finley, under more pressure, the ball is forced free yet again. It is picked up. Just a solid play. Just the defensive line scared him like right out of his wits. Jair Brown forced the fumble there with his contact. Trying to look through my notes. And then Damian Robinson made the recovery. Back up wide. There's Tinsley. He makes a catch. He goes out of the bounds. That's the end of the run of great plays. But very solid. And then we jump ahead again. Here to 30 goal for Auburn. Again, 24-6. They basically need to get points on the board. Deep play. Jair Brown with the interception. I believe that was a curl route from the receiver at the top. They had 1 at the top, 2 on the bottom. I believe this was just a very long curl route, or if it was like some sort of post. Either way, very poorly thrown by Finley. Let me see if there's like any pressure. There's a little bit of pressure, but nothing too crazy. And Brown makes the pick, gets his way out of bounds. And then skipping ahead a little bit more. Right here, also amazing. 3 for 3. possessions and touchdowns, 100% red zone efficiency. You got a second down. Look at this wide open hole for Katron Allen. Even I can see that. He even has to like push his way forward for a little bit, but that is just a wide open hole. The defensive line or the O line paving that way. O line dominated D line, or Penn State O line dominated Auburn's defensive line the whole game. The whole game. Get play action here. He's just gonna take this one for a first down. This is the new quarterback. That's Ashford on the field. See how explosive he is? Imagine if they kept him in the whole game. Then Auburn would actually have some sort of success this year. And then the last play, which is probably one of my favorite plays. Again, a nice close up there of Clifford. He's gonna hand the ball off. Corners, linebackers are collapsing. Singleton is just gonna find room again through the O line, breaks away. My favorite part. This is what makes Nick Singleton so special. He has a defender right here. This defender is closing in on him. But Singleton has like the raw athletic ability, the raw talent just to go straight around him and burn him like toast. It is just a sight to behold. He just goes right past him. And it's an amazing thing. So that's going to do it for this episode. Make a great win for Penn State. Again, Central Michigan next week. Make sure to follow and subscribe to wherever you listen. And for those who can see me in the little tiny corner of the screen, hello. And you will be seeing those right now. And remember, even if I'm not even going to mention the fact that Penn State could still, in theory, lose to Central Michigan, even if we lose to both Michigan and Ohio State, even if like we do not like make it Year 6 this year or like live up to the potential of being number 14, even if we have to wait until next year for greatness, or God forbid, after the Aller era, keep your heads high, because it's always sunny in South Philadelphia. I will see you guys for the Eagles episode next week.